Hey, so welcome to probably one of the most emotional, kind of, but very important videos I've ever done on the channel. It's not news. It's not going to be monetized. So if you see adverts, I apologize about that. It's got nothing to do with me. If anyone needs to see proof that I haven't monetized it, then, well, I'll post it on Twitter if people comment on it. But we're talking today about my mental health, which is already, just saying that sentence, the most terrifying fucking thing I've ever said in my entire life. Because when it comes to talking about your mental health, there's a bit of stigma there, right? It's a bit embarrassing for the person. It shouldn't be, by the way. I need to shout this from the rooftops. It should not be embarrassing. But for me, just me, I do feel a little bit of guilt. I feel a little bit of shame in it. That's just me being completely honest. And, you know, just going forward, it's just going to feel really weird. So that's why I wanted to do this video as a bit of a line in the sand. I wanted to talk about everything, all my sort of, let's say, breakdowns, and then we can talk about them and sort of dissect them. I think that the first one was when I come back from holiday, right, in December, around that time. I was banging out Marvel's Avengers videos every single day, and they were doing quite well. I mean, obviously, like, you know, I've grown since then, but, you know, from that point, they were doing really well. And, you know, when I went on a break, I was sort of thinking to myself, like, I'd love to come back and love to bang out some different style of content. You know what I mean? I'd love to come back and just bang it out. And I did, and then I was like, oh, I don't actually like that, right? And then panic set in because I was like, well, I've already done it now, right? And what's weird is that it's not OCD, right? That's but it's like, if I want to do different style of content, everything has to change, right? I have to change channel art, profile pictures. I have to be, I have to go for things a different way. It can't just be what I had before with a new style of videos on the channel. I don't know why it can't do that. My brain just doesn't comprehend it, right? So, you know, from then on, the reason that you've seen these huge, weird, like, snap changes, right, is because I've wanted to get rid of everything. There was a time where, you know, I said, oh, fuck Marvel's Avengers. I'm going to be a Dying Light 2 channel. That game come out, it bombed. Do you know what I mean? Well, it didn't bomb. It was. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't a game that you could do content on, right? But I changed my channel art. I changed my profile picture. Shout out to All Father Media for that, by the way. But it just, you know, it wasn't worth anything, right? Because I didn't end up doing anything with it. And I think that one of the biggest things with me is that I love making videos. I love making videos. But when I've done a video, say I've done a news video, I'll sit there and I'm just in my room, right? In my room, on my own for the most part, not really doing a lot. And then I start getting these spontaneous ideas. And then I do it, and then I fucking regret it soon after. And that's a cycle that I'm trying to break by doing this video and kind of accepting what's happening. Because when you type stuff down, there's a different thing there than if you, like, just talk about it, right? But yeah, no, the switching and stuff. I mean, look, last night, you know, let's talk about that one because that's probably the most important one. After the update of the Marvel's Avengers update, because I've got to be honest, guys, I had been losing love in Marvel's Avengers for a while. I hadn't played it for so long, you know, like properly, like just to enjoy it rather than just grab gameplay. And then, you know, when the update come out, I was like, please, I beg you, reignite my love for this game, because I cannot do a video on a game I don't care about, right? I'm just going to be honest with that. I think that's fair, you know what I mean? But the update was kind of meh. It wasn't great at all, in my opinion. So, you know, out of frustration, obviously I did the video where I was like, this content's fucking terrible, which it's not fucking terrible. Do you know what I mean? It's not the worst thing in human existence. It's not the most worst thing ever in history of ever, right? But it just wasn't enough. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. I couldn't do Avengers anymore. Like, the amount of times I've been in and out with Marvel's Avengers content is ridiculous, because I used Avengers as like a comfort blanket, right? Oh, that'll get 1,000 views. That'll get 2,000 views. That'll get 10,000 views. You know what I mean? Like, it's a comfort blanket that I stuck with for so long that eventually it just kind of like became this love-hate relationship, right? If I'm enjoying Avengers, I'm really fucking enjoying it. If I love, if I hate Avengers, I really hate it. Like, I have the ick for a video game, which I know is excessive. I understand that, and I agree. But, that's just sort of how it is. But I tried to sort of be like, you know what? It's fine. I'll still do Avengers content because that's what the people want. But it doesn't work like that. Like, my dad can attest that I've had so many conversations with him over the last, 6 months, just talking about, maybe if I do this and Marvel's Avengers, we'll be good and we'll be rolling. But it doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't. You can't strategize these things. At least I can't, right? I can't plan like, I'll do this. Hopefully that'll get some views so that when I do this other video, it won't. And when you start thinking like that with YouTube and just everything, that's when it starts getting really lonely. That's when things start getting really depressing. That's when you don't get that goal and that plan, you start having episodes, right? And that's what I did, where because I have social anxiety, just going to be really honest about that, right? And with social anxiety, for me, my plan to get over it was always like the strategy. We're going to plan this shit out, right? I'm going to go to this place. I'm going to say this to this person. I'm going to grab what I need and I'm going to go. YouTube, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can play it incredibly safe. You can do things that make you unhappy. But when it comes to planning anything else, you just can't do it. And I wanted to do that with, YouTube, where it was like, yeah, I'll do Avengers, I'll do other superhero stuff. But I think, in doing that, I was pushing back this, real life problem that I was having, right? Because YouTube, back, for a while, used to be my escape from everything. I used to be able to put on the web, not the webcam, but the gameplay, whatever, talk, and then I'm good. You know what I mean? And that got sort of taken from me by myself because I made it such a fucking strategic game. I need to grow quickly. I need to get better. I need to do this. I need to do that. And that's bad, man. That's terrible. But I think that another thing as well is that I do blame YouTube for it. I do. They are fucking terrible when it comes to showing new content creators. The algorithm they have is an algorithm that says, you will watch this. We don't care that you've subscribed to them. We don't care that you've got notifications on. We don't care that you will watch them do a video of them taking a shit. Oh, I'd never do that. You get what I'm saying? We don't care about that because you watched a few Marvel's Avengers videos of his. So that's all we're going to show you, right? So first of all, fuck you, YouTube, for doing that to people. I think that is a terrible design. I think that the idea of me having to do mental gymnastics in order to figure out best time to upload a video, best thumbnail, best title, how can I, connect the Marvel's Avengers audience, how can I fucking put the PlayStation logo in the left corner, put HD, make it look like a trailer, right? And it's fuck yourself for that being the way that YouTube is, because it never used to be like that, even when I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I think that YouTube became a stress thing, and in real life, I'll be honest, guys, I've not been doing well for a while. I think my friends can sort of attest to that. I've been speaking to them a little bit less than what I want to, just because I'm so fucking exhausted all the time. I'm drained and shit, and it's not nice to hear this. I understand that, but I need to do this. I need to put the line in the sand and be like, this is it. This is the video I fucking refer to, right? This is the video where I'm like, I told everyone what's going on. Shut the fuck up. Stop making an episode and just, keep this video here so that it can always be a reference point for people and yourself, But yeah, so what do I do now? After sort of having this rant with you guys, what do I do now. Like, because obviously Marvel's Avengers, I just can't do it anymore, guys. Like, unless they come out with something that's fucking amazing, I can't do it anymore, right? And that's the anxiety. That gives me huge anxiety. Like, it almost, scared, because that was my comfort blanket. It is. Like, Marvel's Avengers was genuinely my comfort blanket, and still kind of is. But so what's next without that? Well, I mean, I've tried to drastically move away, doing all sorts, just sitting there with a game, just talking. It's fine, but I'm not Thanos. I'm not KYR Speedy. I'm not, insert funny moments channels here. I'm not those guys, and I gotta be honest, I don't really like editing that much to become those guys. But I do like talking about superhero news, and I do like kind of talking about things like Marvel's Spider-Man, Marvel's Wolverine, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, And that doesn't have to have Marvel's Avengers in it. It doesn't, And what it means is that I can do videos on those superhero games, but it means that I don't have to do it as frequently. So while I'm not uploading, I can figure out what the fuck's going on in real life. I can figure out what my issues are in real life. I can figure out the demons that are in front of me when it comes to these things. Because, I mean, I'll gotta be honest, I'm as soon as this video's done, as soon as I've recorded it, I'm probably gonna have a very serious conversation with my parents about, like, what do I do now? With real life, right? But, yeah, no, it's scary. It's terrifying. Doing this video, uploading this will be terrifying. I want you all to know that I'm going to be hovering my fucking hand over the button, threatening myself to not delete it. Because, and I know that people are like, bro, just stop deleting the videos. The reason I do is because they don't represent who I am in the moment, right? So, last night I did the fuck Avengers video. I did that was just me being really angry of my situation, right? That was me just being angry about, just dealing with this stress and anxiety. That was just me just being like, you know what, fuck people who don't stand by me, fuck the game, fuck everything, and that's not really good. That's not healthy. And I don't stand by that now. I didn't stand by it pretty much 20 minutes after I uploaded it, right? And that's when I was like, right, yeah, this is going. I'm not doing this. And that's the majority of what, why those things happen, right? I've deleted videos that have gotten to 1,000+ views because they just don't represent who I am in the moment. I don't like doing that, but I think that's why the videos that I do in the future need to be like news videos. They need to be stuff that, like, I can be me still, but the whole point is that it's this topic and we're going to have a laugh, and then I can do the video, get the fuck off the laptop, go take a run. Do you know what I mean? Go for a run. Go outside. Go see my parents. Go see some friends. Go fucking just do anything, because social media is killing me, guys. Social media is fucking exhausting. And I'm a channel with 4K subscribers. Imagine a channel with, like, the level of a J Shot Blast, right? Sorry to mention names, but it's never going to be negative. 300,000 subscribers. Like, I can only imagine how people like that are feeling. And this is the thing, though. This is good to get this out now. Because if I was doing this, if I got 10K, 20K, 100K, fingers crossed, you know what I mean? I'd be so embarrassed because there's so many people watching you just be a dickhead. And that's not for me. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a dickhead. And I don't want to, I don't know what to do, sort of, you know what I mean? But that's it. I think that, like, I pretty much just kind of covered everything that's going on in my mind at the moment. It may seem like a bit of a ramble, maybe you need to get some popcorn, have a cheeky little listen. I don't blame people for not watching this video. I don't blame you for quitting halfway through. I've got to be honest, if I was listening to someone whining for about half of it, I'd be like, shut up. What I'm going to do now, though, is once this is uploaded, that's the line in the sand. I'm going to go off for a little bit, maybe a couple of days. It could be like a day, right? It could be a couple of days, could be a week, could be 2 weeks. And I'm going to figure out what's going on in real life to make up for what's going on social media, right? And hopefully when that's done, I'll be back and I'll be ready. You know, like, I mean, man, I want to talk about Marvel Spider-Man. I want to talk about Marvel's Wolverine. Like, what is stopping me from doing that? I don't know why I'm not doing that, right? But the thing is, I'll go and do those videos, and then I'll be like, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's a social anxiety thing, because lack of views and stuff feels so personal, right? So if I do that and it gets like, I don't know, 500 views, I'll be like, fuck, man, people hate me. And it plays on your mind. So I need to get over that. I need to fix that, and I need to sort of go, that's not what's fucking happening. You literally had a channel with 0 subscribers at one point that was doing 10 views per 2 days. Like, grow up, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grow up. Thank you guys for watching this, though. I appreciate all your comments. You know, it feels weird doing an outro where I'm not like, subscribe, guys, click the like button, you know, but do what you want. Do what you want, because, you know, this is about something entirely different. But thank you guys for watching this, though. I'll see you in a little bit. Peace.